So Plunder just made a video about analysis videos being bad, and I want to. What's on my computer? It's blank. I want to just say this is recording, right? That's a good video. You should go watch it, and expand on the point a little bit. Analysis videos are in general quite bad. And why is this? Well, personally, I have liked various analysis videos that may not be good, right? For example, I don't think Matthew Matosis has ever said anything other than a surface level analysis of a game. However, I also quite like Matthew Matosis' videos. And why is this? Because I don't have access to video games like that. It's essentially a replacement for the very obvious things I would have seen if I had been playing the game, right? For example, I watched a 7-hour-long video about a Pokemon game, which I now intend to play. And that was good. But anime is freely available for me, and I'm very experienced with it. Well, I would say pretty significantly experienced with it. What was I saying? Oh yeah. But most anime analysis videos are shit. Like we're all men here. We're all men here. We all know this is to be true. Anime analysis videos are just like made by stupid people in general. And what can we do about this? Like what makes them bad? Obviously they're bad because they're made by people who are stupid. And what do we do with people who are stupid? We need to lock them up. 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 And how do we lock them up? By subjecting them to good anime. Anime analysts don't know what it means to have good anime. They don't know. They just don't know. Because anyone who ever analyzed an anime has no ability to structure their thoughts themselves. They have to structure their thoughts by sharing them in the form, like they can't formulate their thoughts themselves. They need some sort of extra assistance to formulate thoughts, right? And that's why they make anime analysis videos. And that's why. So now you know. I don't know why am I making this video? What am I actually saying? I literally don't know. Oh, fuck. Okay, that's fine. This is retarded. What am I doing? Right. So here's what I'm saying. Analysis is something that you should be doing by yourself. If you need someone to, if you're watching an anime analysis video because you didn't understand, or any analysis, if you watch a movie analysis video, for example, right, you're just too stupid to understand the movie. Or the movie's bad, and so for example, there's a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's analysis, right? And they are analyzing things that aren't necessarily even there in the original source material. It's just like stuff that has been added over time to essentially fill in what in the game is just like vaguely gestured at, right? This is really weird. This entire experience has been incredibly strange. I'm not quite sure what's going on right now. Oh, I'm dead. I'm playing video games. I'm on water. I'm on land. I'm on crag. Princess Plinder Plom Blom. Plis Plight Pla Plow Pli Pli Plow Plain Pla 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 Plis. Because there is no legitimate form of analysis. So let's take the movie, I don't know, let's take anything, just listen to yourself, analyzers. Why are you arrogant? Why are you so arrogant? That's the question I want to ask you. Why are you so arrogant? You just assume that people are so stupid, they literally need shit explained to them like they're fucking children. What the fuck's that about, eh? What is that about? Why are you so arrogant? Could you explain that to me, please? Oh, you know, I was like, why are my CS:GO hacks not working? It's because I forgot to turn them on. Okay, there we go. That was a joke, by the way. I don't want you to think I'm hacking when you watch my streams. I'm not that elite. I'm trying to think. So the thing about analysis is it's a very broad term, right? It could mean a lot of things. So, for example, you could be talking about analysis meaning like what it's generally used for, which would be like analyzing themes and stuff, right? Analyzing themes and metaphors and stuff like that. But there is another type of analysis. You could analyze anything about a piece of media. So, for example, Plunder mentioned Digibro, right? However, Digibro's analysis videos take many shapes. For example, Digi's analysis of Nanoher is almost entirely talking about the behind the scenes of Nanoher, right? The history of the franchise and the people who worked on it and stuff like that. That's still an analysis video, but that is not something that you can get from just the text. That's something that is not simply the text, and that is something that is worthwhile because you can't be expected to do that much research about every piece of media you consume, right? I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, so those sorts of analysis videos, even if they don't have that much information in them, are probably valid. Like they're more likely to be valid than the sort of thematic and purely textual analysis videos, right? They're more likely to be valid. We've also got analysis videos about what Plunder said, which is very specific or unique takes, and Plunder very kindly used my Hidamari sketch video as an example of that. But there's many other examples, and you can really analyze anything this way and you can make any point, and these will always be valid because they're fucking based, right? But that's why they'll always be valid, because they're based in autism. They're based in autism pills. They're autism pills and based pills. They've got the pills from the aughts and the pills from the based, right? And that's why they will always be valid. You also have analysis videos made of memes. Those are pretty sick. What the fuck am I talking about? Am I just saying words right now? Who's in control of me? Literally, who is in control of me? Literally, who is in control of me? For real though. I literally don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm literally making shit up right now. Not in the video, I'm talking about in real life. Just in fucking general. People who analyze, like, basically, what I'm saying is, most of the points that, what the fuck is happening right now? Oh, I honestly don't know. I guess fake lag or something. Oh no, I just have 200 ping. Okay, why, that's odd. Oh yeah, I'm making a video right now. Analysis has the word anal in it. And I'm not sure if you... What the fuck is happening? Have you ever heard of the term anally retentive? Stop, you piece of shit software. My fucking VPN turned on in the middle of the match. That's why I was panicking. Because it kicks you. It kicks you if your IP address changes during the middle of a match. If you want to change IPs, you have to log out of Steam and log back in, which is homosexual in the best possible way. The analysis videos essentially have turned into here's the point that I was actually wanting to make. I would say a solid 95% of, I'm talking about the analysis, the genre of analysis I was talking about, where you mostly analyze stuff from the text and not anything that is like hypertextual, right? With those things, I would say a solid 95% of them are essentially can be summed up as someone looking into a camera and reading off a script, but all the script says is, look how smart I am. I have a really big brain. Please, someone give me validation. Please, someone tell me I'm intelligent. And the reason for that is because the only way you would make one of those videos if you are not already confident enough in your take, or if you have such a low view of the rest of humanity, like you're so pretentious that you believe your incredibly blatant take, no one else could have possibly come up with it, and thus you need to share it with the world, because you're such a Jesus figure. You're basically the most intelligent person to ever live, and thus all of your takes must be shared with the rest of humanity. Otherwise, it would be a net loss for humanity, you know? Hey man, don't kick me. I'm just playing the video game. Oh, I'm dead. I died, guys. I'm gonna get kicked for sure. Yeah. So what I'm saying is it's all how do you call it? Hubris, um, pretentiousness, pretentiousness. Um, it's a, it's people who, it's people who have no actual or they're either basically it's the Dunning-Kruger effect. Most people who are willing to post anime or any other type of analysis videos are actually not very knowledgeable about the subject they're talking about, and thus overestimate how much they know relatively. Right? And that's why they're all bad. Because if you actually knew what you were talking about, you wouldn't necessarily, like I'm talking. Let's continue talking about anime because that's the easiest metaphor, right? There is plenty of academic context to talk about anime in, right? It's essentially cinema. It's not much different from just films or TV, and there's plenty of academia surrounding that. We can infer there's probably plenty of academia around anime as well. If you really know your shit about anime, you're probably not going to make a YouTube video. You're probably going to write a paper, right? Like you wouldn't, for example, look for an expert opinion on mechanical engineering by scrolling through your YouTube subscriptions, right? Or even, you wouldn't look for an expert opinion on literature or film by scrolling through your YouTube subscriptions, because that's not where they are. So it basically means that anyone who's making analysis videos on YouTube is just bad. No exceptions. And I can prove it mathematically. And the math goes like this. Anime is a Japanese colloquialism. What actually is anime? It's a Japanese colloquialism. When you squint real close, I can see it. It's a Japanese colloquialism. It's a Japanese colloquialism. I can see it. It's a Japanese colloquialism. And there is no good music analysis because, as someone once said, talking about music is like dancing about architecture. It doesn't make any fucking sense, and anyone who does it should be put against the wall and shot. No one should ever talk about music. No one should ever talk. No one should ever have opinions on anything, or say words, that sort of stuff. You just don't do it. There's literally just no reason to do it. If you're talking like this right now, like what I'm fucking doing, you're going to want to stop that. You're going to want to stop that immediately. Basically, kill yourself. But don't do that, really. Just stop making anime now.